Great photo op. Great. Okay. All right. Hold on. Ooh, there's one more thing we got to do in there. And I'll do that. I got to turn the music off.
And turn this one off. It's off. Nobody's on. Okay. Okay. And then the comments are in here. Then you want to respond to it. Okay.
It's like, all right. Damn, it's gonna be hard to pick the Barbie like today.
Everybody's the Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hey, Barbie. All right, so we are live. Oh, live. So, welcome to Love Lesson Lies. My name is Love. I am the host of this podcast where we talk about upcoming relationships. We have, the love of the trio. Miss Lover Girl. Daphne, the lust of the trio. And then we have our special guest here. Introduce yourselves.
Hey y'all, I'm Gabby, aka G Baby.
I'm Justina Fanfet.
Hi, I'm Devin Dubillins.
Okay. So let's start off with, so our subject tonight is pretty privilege. And we have been really working hard on this episode because I feel like this subject is, it's sort of hard, like pretty privilege. Like we came up with a lot of questions. We X'd out a lot of questions. We found a lot of questions, and even like going out this weekend and last weekend, we feel like pretty privilege is I think it's positive or negative.
It's neutral. It can be positive or negative, just depends on the person. So it's subjective.
Okay, so it is pretty privilege is to my definition is if you're pretty, you get in a lot of doors. Right? You get in a lot of doors, like, but the pretty is just not your outside, it's your inside too. So, but men, they go to the outside of there. So if you're not that pretty, you're gonna have to do a little extra. You need to find out you're pretty inside. Okay, that's just me being sarcastic. All right, well, Danny, go ahead and start.
Okay, so when we talk about pretty privilege, or as I like to say, lookism, I want to ask everyone as far as the girls on our panel here, what is your definition of pretty privilege?
I'll go first.
My definition of pretty privilege, I would say you'll be able to, well, I can't really say like a true definition, but the outcome of pretty privilege would definitely be getting you into a lot of doors.
Yes.
You would be able to learn from the things that you are able to see, in my opinion. Like, a lot of people, they just take it and run with like, oh my gosh, yeah, we can get in this party. Oh my gosh, hey, I can get stuff done for free. But like, as much as you're taking it to an advantage, you should be learning from it as well. So you're able to get in that position, like yourself, even though it sounds kind of manipulative, but you already use it. So
That's right.
use it.
Right.
I'm gonna piggyback on that. Like when I think privilege, I think opportunity. Like you have more opportunities than those who don't.
Yeah.
And with opportunity comes responsibility. So if you have the pretty privilege and your friends push you to the front, you better come being ready to get all your friends where they need to be.
Right. All your friends.
So privilege, responsibility.
Right.
I feel like pretty privilege is like something that will humble you, definitely humble you, and it's just nice to know that something you have, maybe naturally you can use and that will show you kind of like something you feel good about yourself. Like I had some confidence issues, and just seeing, especially as a guy myself, and being feminine, I feel like guys seeing me, or just people in general, as a pretty person, and seeing the privilege behind it, like going into clubs or just entrance and stuff like that, to speak on smaller terms. I've definitely seen it, and it allows you to humble, like not get your ego all built up, because it's a very fine teetering line. So I just think pretty privilege is something to like show you your worth and humble you. It's like it's a good representation of like, you see it from other people, and that was an example of pretty privilege.
Yes.
You can kind of do something. And you should obviously do something good, but I think it humbles, like that definition, it's like something to show that, and you have it. Other people showed you. Definitely.
What's your definition?
That's great.
That's- I don't know. I think I do girl math when it comes to pretty privilege. So
The girl math.
I'm like pretty privilege is I'm a bigger guy. I don't have to worry about my interest here.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
have to worry about, you know what I mean? Like I'm not getting into the pricey stuff. Why would I?
I mean, I get that. I do get that. Yeah. Food, dinner.
You know, it's not something I have to worry about. But I think that pretty privilege is really just your experience with life. Because everybody has a different life of life. You're gonna have a different experience based on that. I'm gonna have a different experience being black and white. But being pretty on top of that creates a whole other place.
Another experience.
Yes.
So pretty privilege to me is just like a different lens that allows me more opportunities, greater experiences. Like I might just be playing coach may not be at first just because I like her aura.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally, yeah.
Like so that's what it is.
That's super true.
So we're trying to chime off of exactly what you said. You know, have you girls ever noticed any specific instances where your pretty privilege has played a role in getting you into places or anything like that?
Definitely.
Okay, can you give me an example?
Definitely. I feel like sometimes guys, they like, identify as a boy, but I'm very feminine and modeling career induced. So some guys, they're really homophobic, especially in the city I'm from. I'm born and raised in Cleveland. So I've definitely seen some guys just have a certain mindset to them. So in clubs or at an event or something, the atmosphere would be kind of tense. But the pretty privilege in me, I have seen homophobic men who are just kind of a straight guy that we all think would be a little apprehensive to it, be real open to me because of physically, truly 100% physically how I look. Like, I've seen the more I talk and get into my personality, they become less interested. So it really shows an example of pretty privilege. It has gotten me into places like simply as getting to a section or even to a show, just because I'm different. But pretty privilege is the difference that I realize, that makes me different. And I like you said, it's a neutral thing.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say, oh, it's a good thing, because that puts other people at a disadvantage. So, but I didn't control it.
Right.
So it's a neutral thing, so for sure.
Okay.
But there's examples like all the time. I feel like that's a different problem.
Okay. What about you girls?
So, I feel like it depends on the place and time. And I hate to hate on Cleveland.
Go ahead.
Already.
Yes.
Cleveland men, please listen to this. You are cheap. Every other city, they're generous, they're giving. They don't expect
Yeah.
anything in return. They see you, they want to spoil you in any other city. So Cleveland men,
And I know that because I came from LA. Like LA, I used to never have to do nothing. Like them guys are just, they love pretty women. How many years I have to work for that shit?
and there's strings attached.
It was like, no, I'll find somebody else. I'm like, then I see it with somebody else. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I understand. Okay, but it is. It's Cleveland. I don't know, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, I have met some nice Cleveland guys. I don't know if it's I'm new to the city or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I met some nice, generous guys here in Cleveland. I mean, they are. Like we went out with but you know what? I guess it comes with. But it didn't come with strings. We didn't sleep with him. But I think he thought that we were gonna sleep with him that night.
Right. They all
And it's not.
But he was okay though. He was okay. He still asked though. He was like, "Can I sleep with you? Can I have a threesome?" I'm like, "Okay, baby."
See, my idea with that my idea with that is that both of you girls are healthy as well. On top of that, you're in a poly relationship, so both of you are coming
They
to
just assume we come
they're
to
sort of I got too many girls, I'm taking them both on a date. There has to be something happening. Potentially after. But that's just my
Sometimes we
idea.
do though. Sometimes we'll talk about it like, "Hey, let's hook that fun." But if we're not feeling the vibe, we out.
that vibe has to be out.
But you gotta, and that's the thing about us pretty girls, like, we have to be not so accessible. We can't say yes to everything. And I do tell, my models, let's say yes to our stuff. be mindful, you know, like where you at, like is it worth
They
it?
like paint a picture.
Paint a
of yourself.
picture, like,
Yeah.
and then even if you date this guy with a whole bunch of money, like, you gotta be mindful, like, what you get
Even
into.
if they have money,
Like,
with their money.
they are. I don't know. Like a lot of guys I met are very generous.
You know,
That's what I will say.
you bring that up.
I will say, I went to, I believe it was Vegas sometime
Yeah.
last year with my mom. It was me and her, but
Yeah.
this part of the trip, it was me and my mom. We went, it was the last day, we went to like the mall or something.
Yeah.
We met this guy, and he was just like, oh my gosh, like you're John Dick, gorgeous.
Yeah.
I just want to spend money on you. And I'm like, oh wow, it's never happened in Cleveland before.
Why do you think that is? Is there no money in the city?
It's like y'all said, they stingy with the money. It's some money in the city, but they just,
I think it's a
it's
mindset.
either the guys feel like they can spend it on something better, or
Yeah.
they see something on TV and it's, we could be there, this could be us right here, if we just do this right now. No, they want to spend money on something that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or they spending money on people that's not.
Because you can go to the city and you can bring 11 people with you.
Yeah.
And the man will be like, I'll pay for all 11
Yeah.
for you to eat,
Yeah.
to drink all night. I'm like, all
I'll
11.
just stay.
Yeah.
And they just stay.
But not in Cleveland.
I don't know. I guess I've been lucky. I found some lucky girls. But I'm a bitch.
I get that.
One thing I love to say.
That's okay.
Men love, what's wrong with it? I can say it. Men love bitches. I don't care what anybody has to say. The nice girls, he'll have sex with you, he'll entertain you, but guess what? Who he's gonna get all his money to? He's gonna get his money to the bitch. I promise you. I promise you.
Which is crazy.
Before we get into our next question, I do love to do a mental health check on everyone.
Okay.
Starting with our host always. How are we doing today?
Oh, you feel great. You feel great. You look great. Oh, you look. And you know what? Think about it. If anybody knows me, everybody knows I love when everything is put together.
Yeah, this is.
And you guys
This
are
is
put together.
together.
You guys, like, look at the beauty. Like,
I'm proud of you.
beauty. That I don't know about that corner. They ain't pink over there. They support. That's the thing. No matter what it is, people support. You got to get the people that support you. You know, this is the first episode. Next time it's going to be red flags. So yeah, we got to do the red. So
I don't know, mine is a red flag. And I'm the first one.
what the red flag? I'm a red.
Cuddle up.
But it don't matter. With that being said,
What makes you think
they're
you're a red flag?
What do you mean a red
What makes you think
What you mean
you're
a
a
red
red flag?
Who's the
I was like, wait, why would you think that? What makes you think that about yourself? Like you're pretty.
It don't matter. I'm not really white material.
If that's fine, but guess what? Ain't no white you even though you're not
I
white.
know I get a lot of proposals.
Exactly.
I don't. I really don't want. I'm on my bag. I'm about my bag right now.
It's good you know that. A lot of people do
If
not.
you're not here to support me, if you're not at this, that's what I say. You can't be all my men's not here. My women here though. But where they at? They definitely not getting on this week.
She said, sorry, Gucci is closed.
Right, it is closed. Sorry, y'all. Anybody want a new? Anybody need a woman?
Anybody need some Gucci?
New coochie every night. Y'all support it.
Gotta come on, young.
I'm not calling money though. Sorry, y'all.
But you're here to Speaking of you being proposed to, several times, have you ever felt like being pretty has made people not take you seriously in certain situations? Like make you feel like you're dumb.
Oh yeah, a lot of people think I'm stupid. You know, like they think just because you're pretty, they think you're dumb. They think, oh, I could just do something and she'll be for it. Until they hear me talk.
Yeah.
Right? They think I'm pretty. I'm like, yeah. You know, of course we use our pretty privilege. Yeah. But then when they talk to me, I'm like, oh, what's your business plan? What's this? What you gonna support? Then my intelligence come in the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my gameplay, they'd be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what. And then they leave me because they feel like a lot of men has an ego.
So it's intimidation.
Intimidation. Either you're gonna support me and help me, or they just feel like they can't help me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't know how to say it. Like like they just feel like I'm over here to them. Like anything that they can do, I can do too. But I want you to help me. And if you're not helping me, I think that's probably why I'm single now, because it's just like they look at me as pretty. They want me to be in their arms and all that stuff. But as soon as I bring up, let's work, let's make this money together, let's this, they get scared. You're right. Please don't have money. I don't know. Like there's a lot of women. Like I met so many women in Cleveland that are about their shit. For real, a lot of women, like you guys got your podcast over here. You guys are going to school. Like you guys are doing a lot of stuff. Men, I don't think you see a lot of men doing this shit.
Yeah.
And if they are, huh?
Sorry. The sassy apocalypse is going crazy right now.
Yeah.
You they be all like buy me a drink, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
They do. They be like, you gonna take me on a date. Like, no.
Take me on a trip.
Yeah. What? No.
Well, you know, one thing I hate, my pet peeve is this: when I meet a guy and they already know who I am, right? They're like, "Okay, big money," and I'll be like, "Big money." What?
Okay, bro.
That's not even a conversation.
That means automatically is gonna think I got money. No, I know I hustle for everything I have. Like, I don't know my money. Yeah, but it's just how I carry myself. You know what I'm saying? But I hate when a guy says that. That's one of my pet peeves, and they automatically think my money. You think I'm dumb to give you my money? No, I mean I do. I take care of my man, but that's after we've been together so long. Like I'm a yeah, and I'm with like with any guy that I'm with, like we've been together a long time. He takes care of me. I take care of him too, but that's after you showed yourself. Yeah, after you showed yourself, I take care of my man all the time.
Devin, you didn't want to add on to this.
I feel like with that, like a lot of guys will think pretty girls that are how about said, but also with that, I've seen firsthand in my experience, a lot of guys think whatever designer, pretty, that I'm very easy sexually.
Okay.
And they'll like I truly mean it. Like guys will think, you know, you carry yourself in a very nice, maybe put together, very pretty, glamorous way. Like the guy will truly try to kiss up on you, like or hug you and just think it's okay. And I've seen that it's just like labeled way too much. Like a lot of guys think someone's real beautiful or real good dressed up. They're just so that they're asking for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that I definitely think is a side effect that comes with it. So many guys just think a great person is real easy, that they are literally wanting it, you know. But I think they don't understand. Of course, the guy, you know, understand that anybody. I think we like to, you know, uplift.
I love that you said that, and this kind of slightly strays away from the topic, but it doesn't. I always tell, because I have younger nieces, I always say like men are predators,
Right.
and not in a sense of like, oh, I want to see a little girl and I want to grab that, but they're naturally predators. You know, they have to go out, they have to go get it, they have to, you know, chase. So sometimes when you're out, you're looking good, you know, they don't necessarily understand that a simple conversation will get you there. Instead, they want to grab you, they want to touch you. Hey, mom, come here. Hey, you hear me talking to you? And it's like, oh, no, I'm scared now because, like, I don't do that. But it's like, for them, it's like, that's just how I naturally talk to women. And I didn't understand that that made you afraid of me because I'm big and you're small. And I'm just towering over you, calling you, hey, mom, and my name is Abner.
I also think that, like, men want to take advantage of women who are in their femininity. Like, when we are safest, we are feminine and gentle. Don't bring out any kind of masculinity or anger in me. I'm happy. I'm happiest when I get to be the woman that I am. I get to be feminine. I get to be gentle. I get to be polite and sweet. If you have to ask me, if you have to say something 3 times to me and I answer you 3 times, that femininity is gone.
I will say though, I like playing with the men. Like on some, you think it's easy, you think it's, oh yeah.
That's your plan.
Yeah, definitely. I'm like, I already know the game plan.
Yes.
But I can't say everybody because everybody is different. But like before we got together, men is like clockwork for real. After a certain amount of time, it's like, okay, now it's time for something to be off.
Right.
Now it's time for somebody else to grab your attention. Now we finna see with the where we gonna go from here. Like, it's either gonna go here or you're gonna stay here.
Right.
and they go the other way, now it's my turn to play. I like that. If you're gonna stay here, we can rock it out. But man, y'all got a nice little cycle.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
go, oh, no. You don't have to know the person to know it's gonna be something.
From 1 to 6 days. That's 7 days.
Look, about 10 days in, you good about 10 days. Once you hit about the second month, something about that attention is about to change. So,
So I'm really happy that everyone here is of a different race because it actually is a really good question.
Yes.
Do you girls feel like your race, your body shape, how you present yourself plays a role in how people perceive you as far as your beauty?
I think so.
We're gonna start with our host. We're gonna make our way around.
Okay, go ahead.
So, whenever I think about all my experiences with men, women, everybody in general, being the shape I am, having the complexion I get, which I get it all the time, it was such a big for me. Those guys will be like, for my complexion, they'll literally say, you're pretty for dark skin girl.
Yes.
Or they'll say, oh, it's not normal. And they'll be like, oh, I don't like dark skin girls, but it's just something about you. It's just something about your skin tone. And it's like,
They would say that to you?
yeah,
that's
that's
so
real.
great. That's so great.
I hear it a lot.
Yeah.
But but they'll say things like that, and so then there's that end of the spectrum, but there's also the other end of the spectrum. Men will look crazy, women will crazy. Those people love like my complexion, they love that my body shape, they love like the fullness of my body shape. The fact that I've been through big butt, like love my whole features, lips, everything.
Yeah.
So then that's just like a whole story where it's just like, oh, you just tell me my sacrifice. Well, I love you. So great. Love that for me. But that's a perception just based on everything together from hairstyle. Because that's another thing. Your hairstyle can definitely alter what type of person you're attracted to. Oh my gosh, it's insane. Yeah. Like, you can literally attract the complete opposite person by just having a different shade of hair, a different style of hair, different texture of hair. And you'll be saying that you were last time.
I gotta jump on that one.
No longer that person.
It's crazy. What about you? You think about it?
With being Asian, of course, a lot of people look at Asians as more submissive. We are, and I'm gonna say we are. We were taught. We were taught to be submissive. My mom always taught me like, make sure your husband's happy, make sure your brother's happy. Literally, like, we are very submissive. I might be independent, but I am submissive. My man is my king. I will always think that even if he's wrong, he's going to be right in my eyes. We will talk about it, but beautiful. It is. It is. But I pick but see, knowing me, I'm single is because I picked the right one. The right one. Like the last one I had, he was so wrong in so many ways. He was so right in every single way. You can say he was right for me. We were in a poly relationship and all that. I let him do whatever, but we're toxic too. I think I sort of liked that toxic, or he liked that toxic. I don't know, whatever it is. I was happy, but then I was sad. But now it's to the point where I am looking for somebody, but it's been 3 years. I've been dating and somebody missing. But the thing is, a lot of people take advantage of me being Asian because of our submissive, and then also I X out everyone that says, I'm glad I got an Asian woman. I'd be like, why? I'm tired of my white women. I'm tired of my black women. I'll be like, what?
Yeah.
As soon as you say that, they X out because it's not the color, really. It is weird. Like, why are you tired of them? Like, that's your, even like Asian men, like when I date Asian men, they're like, oh, I'm so glad I got you, because you're Americanized. They don't like the fresh off the boat.
It's not something.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
You say you like them fresh off the boat.
That's crazy.
Fresh off the boat.
He do. It don't matter what it's from. As long as they fresh off.
Yeah, but some of the Asian men here now, they like their women being Americanized because sometimes the fresh off the boat girls just don't get dressed. They just sit there. And, I don't know what to do. But I just don't like when they bash other women. As soon as you bash other women, I'm gone. You know, like even especially if I'm dating a black guy and you're bashing a black woman, oh, definitely not.
Because it's not about you anymore.
No, it's not. You know, and I'm just like, all right, you're dating me because I'm not black.
It's not negative.
No, yeah. So and like
And
I said, yeah,
they're
and
quick to say it.
and being Asian and you know, I like other races. It is because I don't know why a lot of people like maybe because I am submissive to a point. But you have to take
I was gonna say that too.
to a point.
I'm like, I really don't see you as always override.
It
I see.
If you give up
Well, the
wrong
people
being a
that like
husband, she gonna be
Yeah.
there.
Once I have my man is all about him. Jay could tell you, she's my best friend. Jay was like, girl, I'm like,
I'm like, she disappeared.
where Jay go? Jay, Giselle, she over there talking. You think I'm submissive to my nigga? Yeah. See? She knows.
Yeah.
My man says, John,
That's just her,
I
though.
say, she trying to put all in my man. And then my red. That's how it goes.
What about you, girl? So the question is, do you think, your race, your height, your age, social economic status has, affected how people see you as far as your view?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, I feel like for me personally, nothing really to do with my race or anything. I feel like even my community is really, really diverse, so I've never really experienced anything like that, which has been very wholehearted for me. But definitely a lot of people, not judge is the right word, but assumed or maybe, I really won't say anything to that, but just how skinny people put that with pretty and gosh, like, or now you're saying earlier, but just like. That's right. But some people, just so I feel like that he's definitely played a heavy part. Just people, some guys are just so narrow-minded to think that way. And going back into who I am as an individual, it's also played a role of my privilege, for sure, that I must build.
I would say definitely. A lot of people, well, for me personally, like you said, black woman in business is almost 10 times harder because for one, a lot of the men, they don't want to help you elevate. They want to try to play you, or they try to get more money out of you, or they try to just be like, you're just stupid. Like, you don't know what's going on, you don't know benefits, you don't know profits, you don't know margins, you don't know this and that. So that's definitely one. As far as my build type, that's definitely played a part for me for a while. Mainly because I fluctuate in weight a lot. So like high school, I was chunky. Out of high school, I went to college, I got real small. I got thicker. Boom, I had COVID. I was like damn near anorexic small. And then I chunked back up. So it's like going through that, you can kind of see the difference in opinion because a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you look so good, big. Why would you ever get that small? Oh my goodness. But when I was thick, it was it's like, oh, you overweight. You need to stop eating as much. You shouldn't eat out as much. Like, it's just a back and forth every time. I don't really know.
Never be.
You know?
So with that, do you guys feel like you have like a peer pressure to conform to societal norms? You have to do certain things that other girls who are, deemed as pretty around you have to do? Or do you just be like, I'm in my own lane, I'm doing what I want to do? Like, what do you do in those situations?
Okay, I switch my hair up. It's like draws. Y'all know. You literally just get that curve here. I love to reinvent myself every single year like that. Every single year. I want to be what I want to be a smaller, or if I want to be quick and just be skinny, or I want to keep my weight on and be strict. But every shoot I get, I'm gonna shoot myself.
Just be in Jamaica, let me put that out.
I do, especially for the models, because I feel like it's different for you girls.
Yeah,
I
really
do
just-
feel like when you are like what is expected to be the look, people feel more comfortable telling you what you should be.
Yes.
You lost so much weight. You need to eat more. I'm like, but you tell anybody else.
First of
Well, can you give me the food?
Right. Like,
You on a budget.
I take
Two steps
But I do want to reverse a little bit back to race.
Okay.
I'm biracial, and people don't know what I am here in Cleveland. They're like, you're mixed, but what are you? And I'm like, I'm Alaskan and I'm white. Oh, like, yeah, real excited. You can make Puerto Rican. I'm like, no, I'm Alaskan
Yeah.
and I'm white.
Yeah.
And
It's a Cleveland favorite.
I feel like that fantasy,
Yes.
that fantasy is so overly sexualized. They don't hear those words coming out of my fucking mouth.
No.
My mouth.
Yeah, you know, you're good. No, you're good. That was fine. That was fine.
No matter what I say, because they fantasize what I look like, they don't hear anything I have to say.
Did they ask you to speak Spanish?
Oh,
That's actually crazy.
I swear they asked me when they be asking the kids when it's section and like speak your language. It's fine. That's how she does $100.
He said, I'm almost there. Come on. Say something. Say something.
Cash out.
Said, I'm sorry.
But they ask for all this, but they get cheap. How do we go
That
around
is the
that?
thing about Cleveland guys. Like, I know I used to be mad nice,
I know.
but I've met guys who are not this cheap, but stingy.
Yeah.
Hella stingy.
Define stage.
I feel like it's a substyle. Like,
Okay.
being from Cleveland, a lot of Clevelanders want to like outrange.
Yeah.
They want to seem cool to like New York or LA, and they want to get out. Hate where they're from. So I'm going closer and speaking to guys. Like guys that are from Cleveland, and I've met some guys that own clubs,
Yeah.
own things, have a ton of money or whatever, and they are just so like not evil, red, but just negative. And like they're just like pissed at the fact that Cleveland is not fun and kind of is what I feel.
But Cleveland is, I'm not gonna lie, I live in LA, and everybody that come out, Cleveland is a big, me and my daughter are talking about it. Cleveland is a big city, like
To
people are
us,
big
it is. Like, if it
No, to the outside, it's
I
Cleveland.
hope so.
It is
I
Cleveland.
really hope so.
A lot of people love Cleveland, like in LA, they're like, oh, it's in Cleveland?
But a lot of people
There's
that
culture.
make it in Cleveland leave.
They do. Yes.
Because there's not a lot of opportunities.
There's not a lot of
Where do you see
That's the
any agencies out here?
Like,
Legit
try to go to New
agencies.
York or LA.
Every time I touch Cleveland, they're like, here, our big
Yes, Atlanta, I mean, New York, California, they got a lot of agencies there, but in Cleveland, I don't know, there's not a lot of agencies
Now,
here.
do you think it'll change in the next 5-10 years? That's a question for everyone.
I think it's gonna change in the next 6 months, because I'm coming back here.
Ah.
I'm coming and bringing, I want everybody to win. Like, I really am starting, I was an agent out in LA,
Yes.
but I wanna bring it here.
Yes.
But I'm slowly doing it because I wanna see, I've been watching the scene around here.
Yes. And a lot of people
I
are
have
doing new
been,
stuff right now.
I've been watching the scene and a lot, I stay quiet a little bit because I like to stay. But if I can have an agency out here that has all like, if we can book each other, we could, like, there's a lot.
Get it professional.
Yeah, get it
Get it
professionally done. That's why I do have diversity, you guys. I need to bring that in. We are, but it's just diversity, either you love us or you hate us. I ain't gonna lie. Because I do bring the training, I do bring, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Because I try to teach you guys that you guys are top tier. That's what I always tell my models, top tier. And guess what? You guys are gonna be good for everything. But if you guys say yes to everything, you're not gonna be good. But the thing is this, to do things like when we did the fashion show, I picked the two top models, right? Right, because I know them, I know she's about it, and I know it's gonna help. And guess what? This is the first time you met her?
Well, at the event.
Oh, yeah.
First time.
Oh, yeah, Mahalo, yes. Yes. I met you in
Like I
Mahalo.
said,
So
okay,
good.
yeah. We talked
Remember we
about
was next week?
I was scoping everybody out. I was still in
I
mine.
will say that in the beginning, I did say yes, not to everything,
Yeah.
but I knew like for a year and a half before I started modeling in March of this year, I knew like if I started, I would really do it.
Yeah, when you start, you don't have to
The
do
first
everything.
3.5 months, I dead ass said yes to
Yes.
everything.
You're supposed
Like
to.
I didn't even care.
Yeah.
I just was there. And thankfully, by the 6th month in, I was taken a little bit serious.
Yes.
Because I showed up to all of it, but I took it all very serious. Like it was a lot for me.
You made it on time.
I mean, that time, and it was just very exciting to me.
Yeah.
It was like now or never.
Yeah.
Now or never. And so I feel like that was present.
Yeah, and the thing about Cleveland is like, that's why you gotta be professional. Me, if you don't make it,
I think professionalism, I mean, I've started, like I said, in this year.
Yeah.
But I hope and I also think that us being professional, and some producers have been not so scared, but just like, oh, I don't know, to cut them or to be professional. I think we need that
yeah,
to kind of change the atmosphere of maybe the modeling community, the creative community, but I think we need that
Yeah.
New York industry
Yeah.
professionalism or LA professionalism. Because a lot of people here, and this is something I wholeheartedly believe in, a lot of models or more so creatives as well, it's very a selfish kind of thing. Not like a bad, negative way, but they're doing it for themselves. And that's a good thing, but you can only go so far with that. You want to improve your own community. And I feel like a lot of models do not want to make the Cleveland community big. They're just worried about an Instagram photo
Yeah.
or a cool reel.
Yeah.
And I just feel like the focuses are different. So I think we need that professional cut or accept. You just gotta
Yeah.
bring it.
I think there's
We
a
talked
lot
about
of
that earlier, I'm bringing it.
exclusivity instead of like moms don't know unless
There's
you
favoritism.
know.
There's a lot of favoritism.
it is. It's one of those, the ones that are like, oh, I'm gonna get booked. I'm not coming to a casting call. I'm like, oh, not with me.
I don't like it. No.
You're cut.
There's a call.
Yeah, you're cut. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't care how good you are.
And the call should be fun. too.
Yeah, and
Like,
call
you
is
should wanna come to
fun.
the
Yeah,
casting
the thing is
call.
this, like, you
And
could
the
be good,
practice.
but you're not good for me. Like, you could be good all around, but you're not good for me. Like, you're not good for my soul.
And your stamp.
Yes,
I
you
literally
have
just
a
had to
nice,
cut a couple
clear
people off
Yes.
just for the same thing. I'm like, bro, we been,
Yeah.
you know how I work.
Yes.
You know not to cancel on me.
Yes.
What the day
Right.
before.
That's so unprofessional. I don't
Because
care
you
how
know.
cute you are, how nice your body
Don't
is.
cancel.
Pretty privileged. That's what it is.
They ain't privileged
They
on
gonna
this
get
side.
cut, right.
They don't have nothing to do with me,
And
Right.
that's
baby.
really true.
You could have said something.
Really,
Just say
really
So
something.
I love that you guys are having this conversation. So can you share memorable moments and experiences on how, like, you know, your pretty privilege has challenged you in the industry and how it has either gotten you into, you know, doors or maybe hindered you because you weren't willing to do certain things?
I gotta think about that one.
I
Let me explain.
Yes.
Look, I do casting calls, right? So I tell people to come to my audition workshop all the time, and they don't see it come. But me, what I pay attention to is how you walk through that door. When I first met her, she walked through the door like,
Literally saying.
Beyonce.
Literally
I'm just
saying.
showing myself.
Literally saying.
Oh my God! But I'm just saying, we
Special.
see everything from head to toe, pretty quickly. But then I see one that comes in the jogging suits. I'm like, what's the number? So you see all the designers just looking down. If you ever see all the designers looking down when you're walking down, you're not pretty. It's not, I mean, like, not
You're
pretty.
not pretty.
Don't you stop saying that. You're not
No,
castable.
it's
It's not
not.
giving.
No.
It's not giving.
Because in New York, like truly, and I don't want to say New York with that. I'm a model, so I
Yeah.
always speak in model standards
Yes.
and career of modeling. They will tell you not maybe you're not pretty, but they will tell you you are not tall enough. You are not really
Mhm.
Like they don't
Yep.
really care. They don't care if you start screaming and crying. So we do need that.
Yeah.
Like if that's what you feel in your gut,
Yeah.
you just run with it. Like
Yeah.
I like that about diversity. I like that about
Yeah.
just,
You know, yeah, like
no
even our
drama.
brand, like, you know, you do the lingerie, swimwear, and all that stuff. Like we look at how your body is, and that's why
for
it's so.
lingerie, you have
Yes,
to.
and that's why I tell the
Have to.
girls, like, I send an email, like, please do not drink soda this week. Like, please don't.
And I like seeing that for the diversity show. I was like, oh my gosh, that someone thought about that. Because we know it. I mean, I hope we all know it. I know it.
Yeah.
But it's nice to be reminded and also just see it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
because
really
it
nice.
does. It shows that even though you're skinny, when you eat that, when you drink
Well,
that
for
soda.
me, it's my skin. My skin will start popping off.
Oh,
It's
okay.
sugary, a lot of alcohol. It's my skin.
Yeah, so I tell people that. I do actually send emails out like, hey, watch what you eat this week.
Definitely.
Because I know how it was. I've been doing this for 20 years. Like a lot of platforms don't tell you about your health.
No,
You
you'll
know,
just not feel, you'll feel fatigued, you're
Yeah.
gonna feel 100.
yeah. Because you see all diversity shows, we all refreshed. I bet you
Was
eat
it-
after. They'd be like, I'm starving. I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. After the show, y'all can eat. I know I might be hard on them, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. It's pretty.
I think I think where pretty privilege gets people in trouble is they think they can come with their look and not have to put any work in.
Yes. Yes.
Like I'm a bubbly person with people next to me, but in a big room of full of people, I got social anxiety.
Really?
And I'm actually real shy. And so like I'll have this look on my face and it's just me being shy, but I look like a bitch. That's my face. Like I look uninterested. I look bored. I look like I don't want to be there. But that's
But
not
you're nervous?
I'm nervous, I'm shy, and people assume like she just thinks she's better than I am. And I'm like, no, I just don't know how
I
to
never
be
thought
here.
that. I never thought that.
But like it happens often. Like people think that when you look a certain way that you already are like thinking a certain way.
Yeah, and that's also a thing that I feel like ties into it. But as we prepare to wrap up as far as our questions, so do you feel like pretty privilege? Is it real? Is it fake? Is it something that affects you, or is it just something that we just made up to you?
It just depends on, it just depends on what business you're in. If you're in the industry, I don't know. If you're not in the industry, you're, I don't know.
Even if you're not.
No, I
You know what? I've
Yeah.
been in the industry for over 20 years, so that's all I know. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, sometimes
No, genuinely.
yeah, I've been in the industry, so every time I go out, I be thinking like I'm on the show. Like, there's always cameras. Like, I'm always on stage. So I'm like, you always have to do your part. That's why I always tell my models, stay ready.
Yeah.
Always, don't go out the house.
You're gonna
Yes.
get ready.
Y'all, please don't go out the house like that. Like, my kids too. I be like, we go to the grocery store. I'm like, y'all right now? My kids. Yes, like we go to the grocery store looking good, like you know, like it's
No,
just
because it's so bad for me because I've always been shaped the way I have.
yeah.
So I've always been very used to people consistently staring at me.
Mhm.
So when I go out, like if I'm not around nobody I know, I wear baggy pants, hoodies, I put glasses on, I'm gonna have
But you know what? That's
I'm full Rihanna out here, like I'm hired.
but that's how LA do it though. A lot of celebrities know something LA, they just wear their own pants. It's regular. I have never seen, but here in Cleveland, everybody's so how to say
What
it's
is
so material, like
Materialistic.
Well, no, it's a social
you think so?
media
Yeah,
thing. It's like a facade.
Yeah.
Because Atlanta,
so much
yes.
image.
yes.
Cleveland.
But what's crazy is when I go to
Because
Atlanta, I feel
it's not
comfortable.
like on the napkins where everyone's fighting for this image.
Yeah.
But it's not like New York or LA where it's
like
we
chill.
about that.
Right.
It's like not to down Cleveland, but like it's
When I'm in LA, I'm chill mode. Like when I go out, I just go whatever. When I come with you, I have to do some part because if they see, oh, Love was wearing jogging pants. That's why I said today when we went out,
Right.
I had my Yeezys on. I had jogging pants. I was like, Danny, I can't believe I'm looking out
And
there
we're
like
both
this.
like ducking and dodging.
We gotta go. Like we gotta go. Like because image is everything. Like even when I'm working, I serve. I always try to make sure my hair is done, my makeup's done. They're like, why you come in here? I'm like, because I make more money than you, don't I?
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't want to end it with just us. I would love to ask the audience.
What should the question ask? I feel like I had an answer.
Okay, go ahead.
If you remind me of the question, I know.
As far as
It was.
Is it real?
It's pretty privileged.
is pretty
Yes.
privilege real or is it fake to you?
Yes. I definitely feel like it's real. No, it's definitely real. Because I feel like, oh my gosh. No,
It's like on the tip of your tongue.
I found out how it's real.
Okay, yes.
Okay, tell me how you found out it's real and then why she thinks she can get your answer.
Okay.
Because I didn't really notice it at first. I was just heard about it before, and then it really kicked in one day. My best friend, she's short, she 4'11", she's adorable, look, cute. She come to Cleveland, she spin in Cleveland Heights.
Oh,
In Cleveland Heights, she
What spin?
speeding.
Oh, speeding. I said spin. Okay.
Speeding through the Heights. Police pull her over, you feel me, boom, let her go with a warrant. I'm like, in Cleveland Heights? And she was like, yeah, this happened all the time. Like, I don't think I've ever gotten a ticket in like 2 years. Baby, I've been getting ticketed since 2017. And it be days where I'm like, all right, well, let me just throw some joggers on my hoodie or whatever. Ticket. And I was like, you know what? Pretty privilege is a fucking real thing. I'm so pissed. I'm not leaving the house like it's real. Yes. I'm like, kudos to you. But like that is the day I really learned, like, okay, this is true. Because there's no way you really just never got a speeding ticket and been getting pulled over for years.
No,
I never got
that.
Cause what? I got let off one time and I was looking good.
Yes.
Looking good. I said, oh, I know that's right. And it's like weed in here. Yes. Weed is not legal here.
You're right. That's how it is.
See?
No, it's really, but what really asserted, like, I was like, okay, I definitely know this is real. Because even if you had like sweats or some pants, like I've had moments with just no makeup in between my shifts or whatever, like you go into the store and they're like, no, you can have it. Like,
Oh,
free,
yeah.
a free drink.
Oh my God.
And then, but it's also what I truly consider today, it turns into a pattern. It's like a free drink, and then you get a free parking, and then a free outfit.
Right.
And it's just like, and it really is like a phenomenon. So for sure,
I think it's like a literal and figurative open door. Like people are divorced people. And then like I see them
No,
slam
you're
the door on the person behind me. I'm like,
Right.
you just looked at the door, slam the person behind me. Right.
But I think it's real powerful, and I see a lot of women, you know, like I can see guys, as a gay guy, guys don't really tap into it, but I can do. But a lot of females sometimes take it into like a negative way.
Yeah.
Partisan, it's like magnificent type of figure, but I feel like I said earlier, it humbles you. You become this like supernova of confidence, and it really just like becomes a shield, a really, really, really strong shield that will last a really long time. Like if you use that niceness that just comes through the ether to your benefit in a humble way. So like, I feel like that's a good like point of the whole pretty privilege. Not to use it against society, your friends, the community, but to use it to better the community, or just because we're not always gonna better the community, but at least we'll be neutral and just bettering yourself, you're not harming nobody.
Right.
So I feel like that's a good part of pretty privilege. Just like allowing it to come in and then just bring it back out. You know, take your some and then just spread out. Because it's easily very high up. So high up. After shows,
Yeah.
pictures, you can get so like in it.
Yes.
And I do think that is very important, like I feel like pretty privilege is very subjective to everyone. And everyone stands to different, unique to each individual, you might feel like somebody might feel like you're the beautiful in the world, versus the other guy might feel that about you. But that also brings me into the questions for the audience, starting with these girls here. Do you have any questions for the girls up here, or just anybody, in the audience that you want to ask based on this specific subject?
She got some questions right here. I already know she did.
I hadn't been thinking yet.
This is mainly for you though, because you said about the large brand.
What's that? Ain't she cute? Look at her dimples.
But yeah, that's my pretty.
Right, your dimples.
I point that out first. But when it comes down to finding models and stuff, are you searching for people like plus size well as extreme? Or like are you very diverse in that aspect?
So for that, it depends on like what I have in stock at the time. So if I say I get a new chick, initially I want to see how it fits. So I find one of my friends. I find a big girl, I find a small, tiny girl. So like say I ask this sister, you got twin sisters, they're really small, really tiny. They wear like the extra small and kids. So I'm like, all right, hey, put this on. And then I got one of my models, Marley, thick, black, boobs, put this on. Let me see that size range.
Yes.
And from there, I can go about like when I have my shows, let me see what model I can put in this outfit. Let me see what body type fits better in this. That's kind of how I feel about that. Instead of like, let me get you thick girls, skinny girls, like it really go on like the material that I have in stock at the time.
Because our jobs, we're here to sell clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And but people forget that. Because I can speak for other cities, but in Cleveland, people forget that it's back to the social media, like literally even if it's 100 profile. Like I feel like a lot of models, they don't want to use this as a career. 5, 10, 15 years.
Yes.
No, it gets smarter than that. They're just worried about looking pretty and looking sexy and setting off a cool girl image, and that's fine. There's no need to that. But I feel like in my community where I work with my modeling friends, I don't like that energy where someone comes in and is just worried about looking good and they don't support any of us. Like we're here to
Or they be
support.
like, oh, what was I wearing? You don't. what was
Yes,
you
they don't
wearing?
know any details, and it's great. Sometimes there's not that many details. You just have to know what time you're on and what outfit.
Right.
It shows they're not interested.
Yes. And that's what I do with mine. I'm like, make sure, you know, it's not plus size. You know, all of it's good. Like, so I'm like, I got some of my models, but I'm just can't do it. I don't have my collection for it. I look at my material first, and then that's what I picked you up. I picked her up first, but then I seen one of my outfits, me not like, ooh, that's dead and all the way. I picked you up last night. It's our collection. Trying to sell our product.
Yeah, body type, the measurements.
Heavy petting. Like I love the model community, but like I said earlier, like my thing is in the wall.
Yes.
So that's another way I treat my models. People will be like, hey, I want to model for you. I want to come be a brand ambassador. I want to do this, da, 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 da. And if you look on the other side of that, it's both people that's like starting modeling, like inspiring modeling. It's like, okay, you never walked before, never posed before. You don't know how to pose. You don't know how to do your faces. You don't know
I
this.
also think they're mad, and they're like, let me be brand ambassador just for the clout. Look at it, just
Heavy
put
on
it in their bio.
But I am, but you know what? I provide training. I've been providing training for a long time. I provide modeling training, but nobody comes. They think they don't need training.
You most definitely
Modeling training. I've been doing this for 20-something years.
Like I'm cool with the
That's why you contact me, like, you know, like, yes. And my mom was cute with it for us.
And you
and did last minute. Like me and 4 year olds, we practice the week before. I went to the next week. Came back.
They even tried out for mine. We provide training, and I feel like everybody needs training. I don't care how good you are, everybody needs training. Every industry is different. Like back in the day, it was one day only. Now it's much more.
That's where she goes.
Yeah.
I'm still training.
Does anyone else in the audience want to ask a question
Okay,
before we conclude today?
We have audience member that needs
does
to have
anybody over here have a
questions.
question?
I do have a question.
So you
Okay,
have
come
it.
over here. Come over here.
I don't get closer.
Come over here.
Thank you for
Come sit between them girls. I don't know, her booty a little bit. Her booty a little huge over there. I might let her sit right here though.
I don't know.
Miss Love.
Come over here. You mind if she sit on my lap?
Okay, you know, thank the love. Okay. What's the question? So my question is, I feel like I haven't heard this just when we were talking about pretty privilege. Is when you are a light skinned woman versus a dark skinned woman in the world, you know, and as a dark skinned woman, it's always the you're pretty for a dark skin. Or the I'm being the mean one when I ain't even said shit yet. Like, I mean, it was kind of true, but that wasn't the point. I'm protective of my friends. That's how, you know.
So what's the question?
So when it comes to that, how do y'all deal with that on an everyday basis? Because there is so many different colors, you know, on here. When you hear your dark skinned friend, you know, getting bashed out, like, what is your response to that? How does that make you feel? You know, things of that nature. Like, how do you respond?
The thing is this though, like with me and her, like we're like light skin and dark skin. All the guys I deal with, they love dark skinned women. Sometimes they pass me over. They love their women of color. They love them like dark skin girl. God, I love her. I'm like,
I was gonna say, since I've been single,
what?
I don't have no issue.
Yes, dark skinned women are the shit. Like, I love dark skinned women. Like, what I look for
Like how,
is
like,
dark skinned.
You were saying like how, like you said, you got caught like pretty for dark skin.
Yes.
I heard this about like 10 years.
Do you consider yourself dark skinned though?
I don't know.
It's subjective.
No, I think
some people
I
think
think
I'm
brown
brown, and some people think I'm not. So I be like,
No, I don't think you're dark skinned. I think you're brown skinned.
Okay, so that's
I don't think you're brown skinned too though. She's dark skinned.
Oh, my name is
Yeah.
You're brown skinned.
I'm here.
Yes,
I'm
you're
with
caramel. That's what I'm saying. You're not dark skinned though.
We're milk chocolate.
I don't like you. You're not dark skinned. I like
Oh, look who the f it is. What's up, Chulo?
So what's the question? I like it. No, I think dark skin is
Come on, boss.
dark skin is in.
It's definitely a trend.
It is. Dark skin
Simone literally just said that she feels like it's all about location, where you are, and the actual man himself. And I feel like she definitely hit that right on the tee
Right.
because it really just depends on where you are. Because like in Atlanta is a crazy place.
Okay, so what is it like in Atlanta?
Atlanta's, you never
Big
know.
booties.
I'm just saying because you never know what meets the eye.
It's not even that. Different functions, they know they do go towards more brown skin, dark
Yes,
skin.
and so does Houston.
They
You
have
go to
more-
Houston, it's just Houston is a vibe.
Yes, it is. Oh, I love you. We just talking about that.
Yes, yes.
I'm about to say it was some love in Houston, but it wasn't like.
Oh, the
Cleveland,
guys
Texas.
there? No, the guys there. Ooh.
DC too. Don't forget DC.
I swear, I was like, Galleria Mall.
DC.
DC, they love us.
Scary. They love
Yes.
They love us. Like dogs up there.
I swear they
I
are.
love
No, you gotta go with African men.
No, I'm from Virginia.
African men.
No.
African men are cheap.
They're scary.
Yes, they is.
They scare me. It's not the first thing they say is, you know, you should have my baby.
Where the accent come from? You should have my baby.
I can't husband him. I can't.
They're not
It's the ideology.
Okay, go ahead.
I went to Jamaica for the first time. And we already know how basic
Oh, Jamaica, where's JJ?
She left.
location has a big thing to do with this because they ain't crazy about light skin. Light bright, I got all the little
Really?
comments about light skin.
Light bright.
Out the country,
Light bright, damn near white.
They literally what? Anybody have a question for the audience member before we? Okay, he has a question. Over here.
Damn, nothing. Get over here.
Get over here.
Okay. No, no, he gonna sit. What's that name? Okay, you sit right here. Go ahead, I'll let you sit. Because he's no, sit right here. Because I'm Asian, I'm gonna let my kids sit.
Where's Jay at?
Okay, go ahead. What's your name? Introduce yourself.
My name is James. They are podcast.
Solo agent.
In the absence
Of course.
so I just want to ask y'all, do y'all feel men have pretty privilege? And if so, how do y'all feel like
Hell yeah, they do.
Hell
yeah.
Okay, I would love to answer this question because, like, I was just thinking about this. I don't necessarily think men have pretty privilege. I think men have different privileges from women. Now, there are those women who look good and you like, damn, you look good. Fuck that. But then there are those men who have money, and you're like, let me, I'm gonna cuff him because he gonna take care of me. He gonna do this. He gonna do that. But the pretty men, you just like,
No, that's
good.
it. No, that's it. They broke.
Yeah,
The pretty guys in Cleveland are broke.
and live your life comfortably off a woman just because you're
I'd rather
Yes,
go with
because
a
you're handsome.
handsome buck teeth who got a bunch of money.
Yes.
I'm not for all of this. I'm just saying.
You know, James. Yeah, he's losing friends. Here we go.
Hold on, Devin got something to say. What Devin got to say?
I feel like a lot of guys too. Pretty privilege for men is so some guys, for me personally, a lot of white guys.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, Harlem, or just like a little bit more hopeful wellness area. White guys that like go into presenting themselves more, so along with pretty privilege line, they're like the biggest assholes I've ever met in my entire life. Like so arrogant. You know?
Yes.
They think girls like that. Douchebag, very mean, controlling, and I guess some girls like that, but I think for men, for sure, you get that chain on, you get your vibe going,
Yeah.
put your on, men get into it. It's
Oh,
definitely.
well, I only wear cologne, so I like to smell good.
Well, I'm saying, you know, when
No, but I'm
someone
just saying
comes
the
in,
pretty
it's like,
boys, like the pretty boys that think they're cute, some of the pretty models.
for sure.
Y'all ain't nothing. Sassy. I like my man ugly and
Oh, she thinks she gotta dress me? I got you.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you look better than me, sis? Bet.
I don't like a guy that's
No, I love my men just, I don't know, they cute when they got money, I'm sure what y'all
Yeah.
want.
You're cute when you wanna vibe. You're not cute when you wanna battle me or out.
But remember, okay, like all
Okay,
of us,
but
yes.
is it a difference? Is it a difference between someone having a man having quote unquote pretty privilege versus just a man being attractive in his masculine?
Yes.
Yes, I feel like that's
Yes.
two different things.
That's
Because I feel like right now we're focused on the sassy ones.
Yeah.
We're not into them.
No. There's a
We
guy
got
that
the other
we work. There's a
ones,
guy that we work with. I'm sorry if you're watching this, but he's so fine, man. He's so fine. The first day he worked, I was like, God damn.
Yeah. But I said, I want to bring lunch. That's the pretty
I went over there. I was like, can you please? No, I will say nothing. I went over there. I said, can you please put a shirt on because I'm tired of you putting lotion on. I told him like, put a shirt on, please, because I'm not focused right now. Put a shirt on. But then after I worked on him, I'm like, and he don't even look cute. He's like, hey, beautiful. I'm like, I don't like him. Even though he's fine as fuck, I don't even like him anymore. Because that shit went out the door. Yes,
You do.
you do.
You do. Every time you
Y'all not exactly that.
Yes.
I wish I could.
But he's fine as fuck. He got a nice ass body.
I feel like money is making it great.
No, I feel like motion. I feel like motivation and motion. I feel like if he late for work every day. Why the fuck is you late? Make this fucking money.
I ain't gonna
What if he
lie.
broke?
But the thing is, he's late for work every day. Yeah, because I want to help you. I'm gonna help you. If you broke and you ambitious, you want to but you gotta be fine first. But that's why I notice a lot of guys in Cleveland that do have money, they're not really good looking. And I don't even look at good looks anymore. I look at your emotion. Are you working every day? If you know what I'm saying? If you're working every day, you're making that money, you know, like, yes. But if you broke, I mean, like, and not and show them to work late.
You gotta be trying.
You gotta be
So I want,
trying.
yeah,
Wait, your name is Jerry.
yes.
To answer your question,
Okay.
wait, it's not really like pretty.
Dirty James. Dirty James. He dirty.
You said
I mean,
JR,
dirty.
right?
Dirty.
Oh,
Dirty
Dirty James.
My friend said that
Dirty
they
In dedication to the Dirty Podcast.
Dirty James.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay. To answer your question, it's not really pretty privilege. It's like success privilege. If someone, let me put this. At this age where I'm at, when I'm looking at people, sometimes I'm like, okay, what is their major? Are they going to be successful? Are they going to have good standings in life? Are they going to have the type of bread for my lifestyle? I'm going to have the type of bread for my lifestyle. So it's like, where is their success at? And where are they going in life? Because some men at this age and older, they don't know what they want. They don't know what they're doing. And they're doing jobs, but they're hustling, but it's like, where are they trying to go in life? They don't know what direction they're going in. So women aren't looking at men who are idly going by in life, looking at men with a plan. And like you said, men who are in motion. So
Yes.
that's what that is. It's
Yes.
motion and like success privilege, not pretty privilege.
Yes.
It's a plus if you look good.
Yeah, it is a plus.
So
Damn.
that's what I asked. So
Get
I'm
my
just-
name
I
on.
would like to
something to
on
interject.
that same subject,
Yes.
because
Whenever.
I feel like all of these views are from people that have standards,
Yeah.
that know what they want.
Mhm.
There is definitely pretty privilege for when it comes from women that aren't in that mindset.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I can speak on Cleveland.
Yes.
There's definitely pretty privilege with men in Cleveland
Yes.
because I'm not gonna lie, pretty is far and few in between in Cleveland.
Come on, when it comes to the men.
So when it comes, yeah, to men,
Okay.
yes. Because if we have a stereotypical pretty boy, different color eyes, do this, that, pretty hair, know how to dress, few and in between.
Not for me, cause I'm a mom. I'm a mom, like a tall, dark, a little aggressive, kind of muscular.
Yeah, there's a small increment.
Yeah,
I'll accept you if you look good in
Oh,
others,
there's handsome.
Yeah,
I guess I was
that's
gonna
my
fuck with that.
person.
Even at work though, like look at the video where he works at. He's a handsome guy. He's
Right.
way more tech.
Right here, Emilio. Yes,
Way more
stand up.
So
Emilio,
me,
stand up. Stand up. Emilio, stand up. Show your people what you. Ooh, that's my son right there. That's my son right there.
so as me, like I'm 22, so I make really good money, actually very great money. So I sell health and life insurance policies at home. So
Contact me for like
yeah. So like my one sale is like literally 1,000 and some change. So I can make that like 2 hours of talking to somebody. I make really okay. So I'm just pretty privileged. Yeah. So not a lot of people think I have money because I always like dress like regular. Like it's coming with some sweats, probably like a cap and probably like a muscle shirt on. But pretty privilege for me is real. that's a real thing. I work at a gay bar too.
yes.
So I
Which
have
one?
Twist. So like with me as in working at Twist, they know I'm the money maker. They know like everybody comes to see Emilio.
Why? Because they think you're gay.
No, because of how I'm built. So it's like so a lot of my gay friends, they're like it's a fantasy of like gay men not being able to have a straight man, but they like it's just like if you go to like Ruger's, you see that hot chick with a fat ass, that's just like me. You see that hot guy behind the bar, you want to fuck, but you can't fuck him. That's just like
Have you ever played that? But have you ever played that role?
He works at a
you're gay to get that tip.
Yeah, of course.
You do a little hand thing?
It's simple. It's just like if a guy if I'm giving a jello, like you can't touch me, don't touch me.
Right.
So like Halloween. So I was dressed as a hippie. So like I work out, so I have a nice lower half and upper half, so it's thick. So it's like I know I have a nice ass. I get it from my dad. So it's like it's genetics. I mean shit. So it's like what I was wearing was it was a hippie like vest, and I had bell bottoms on. So the bell bottoms is what took everybody out. Because the dude, like, it was like a couple people, even like lesbian couples want to fuck with me. So it's like, you said, what? Yeah, I have bell
They're
bottoms.
trying to get your baby.
So I literally, it was like a couple of people that would like go over literally on the bar and be like, damn, that's a fat ass. I'm like, I'm like, so, but it's like, yeah. So, and another thing too, like since I'm like moved here like 4 years ago, I mean, I don't have a problem with like the Cleveland women, kind of here and there. I just gravitate towards more ethnical black women, as in like from Africa or Trinidad or Jamaica or the islands. They're just my grandmother's from Trinidad. So I grew up on a family household, as in we like to dance, we like to kick it, we like to whine a lot. So like with Americanized black women, like I just had a conversation with I just met a chick yesterday, and she was like, which I stopped talking to her because I cut off a motherfucker quick. So it was like she was like, yeah, I don't like Like you know how like my woman thick as fuck. So she was like, I like sitting in sections and looking pretty. I'm like, baby, that's not me. Like the black culture is more dancing. We dance. We like to kick on each other. You know what I'm saying? But she was like doing that stuff. So it was just more like, and I got a little like she kind of got a little cocky with me. She wasn't pretty. She wasn't. She was very mid. She was very mid as fuck. So it was like, but that's a lot. That's a lot of women I come past in Cleveland. They just have a very mid face and just a fat ass. So, but
Aquarius. And she said location. I was about to say, so yes. A lot of girls. Yes. So that's my point. Location. Once again, I would be
But let me ask you a lot of questions though. For you being pretty privileged, do a lot of girls feel way into like they buy you dinner, they take you to clubs, they buy you vacation?
It's like a 50-50. So like my thing is like I was raised from hard-working women that took their man got took into the Bahamas, then would take their man probably to like Jamaica or whatever the fuck else. So I was raised off of like you give some, you receive some.
Yes.
So it's like I'm not gonna just out of my hard work and money, like I'm like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I can afford it. No, it's just like I can afford it. I mean, you know I can. I mean, I can afford it. It's not that I'm cheap. It's not that I'm stingy. It's just like, I was raised by actual. So with me, like I was raised by queens. So it's like, if I don't see that image in you, you think I'm gonna take me up to motherfucking?
You do because I see you. I'm your mom. You know, I see you treat a girl.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but that's like a rare case. Yeah, or you just go be cooped up in my crib.
I also feel like
What no?
It's like I was talking about us four on the couch. They're pretty privileged. What are those girls that you're saying are mid? What if they feel pretty?
Oh no, that's good.
And
That's it.
They're taking a photo in the section. I love seeing that section. And you know, to be honest, I don't know the power of saying they're kids. So I don't think that's nice because if they feel pretty, that's to them. And really no one can take that away.
I mean, yeah, I understand.
They're proud to be
No, I mean,
Let's feel confident.
no, I'm not. I don't.
Our idea of mid is your perception.
Yeah.
You know, I could find the person beautiful.
Yeah.
And you think they're mid, you know.
Yeah, I mean that happens plenty of times. Yeah.
Physical.
Yeah.
You know, what they bring to the table is really important. If you're an asshole, fuck you.
Yeah.
But I'm not about to come at you how you want.
You know, there is one thing though. When you're meeting someone, you see looks first.
A lot of I'll be honest, a lot of people tell me that, but I don't resonate with that. Like I see past looks. I really do. Like I feel like I supposed to look.
At first glance, you look, you're scared, you're trying to see like who looks
I'll look. I'll be like,
oh, I see that. They are so full because they're getting big balance and they love to go hide.
She's so right. Sometimes I dress a certain type of way,
but
and I go up to
like
literally specifically white.
I
You
just like
see me come out with my real hair and look at it, and to look here, any other questions? Any other questions?
I do have something. I had a question. Pretty privilege, I think, also comes with the type of relationship you're looking for. If you're part of hookup culture, or if you're looking for something that's more intimate, more like commitment, who you're going towards is gonna be different too.
Yes.
I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you're with hookup culture, you're gonna go towards someone who's
Just hook up.
who is not wearing as much, maybe. Or you're gonna go towards someone who's like putting themselves out more. But if you're going towards you're gonna go towards someone who's maybe a little bit shy. Oh, I want
Or not that good looking.
Or not that good looking because
Right.
they may have more substance to them. So pretty privilege comes with
Wait,
what you're
wait,
looking
wait,
for
but
and
that's
your
also-
mindset.
That
So for me to
also ties
pretend, so I
into-
gotta.
Your voice bigger than mine, so I'm talking. I'm sorry, you a man, I'm a lady. Anyways, hold on.
Well, the man gotta speak first.
Okay.
No, no,
Damn. She making y'all look bad.
I was just saying that. Whoever, I end up being intimate with, it has to be some level of physical attraction. The physical attraction gets my attention, but you can open your mouth, then my dick will never be hard. Like it has to be like a mutual, chemistry to where we can converse with each other and you stimulate each other mentally. But like the physical part only lasts so long if it doesn't match up with the personality. That's all.
I forgot what I was saying.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. That's not my intention.
No, no.
He has better manners than that. I apologize.
He just, I got a little voice. He got a big voice. I'm just like,
And he knows
He's a man, Danny. You know how I feel about a man, though.
Yeah, so I understand that. No, I feel like what you just said as far as like, how you and Love were speaking on, a girl in the corner who may not be as pretty, she has more substance to her. That is stereotyping women who are technically deemed as beautiful and being like, she ain't got no substance, she's just pretty. That ain't true. Ain't true, because you could be the baddest bee in the room, and you could be smarter than the girl that don't really look that good in the room. But that's all I want to say. That's all.
I love women who can shake ass. Listen, I love women who can shake ass and show titties and still hold a good conversation.
Right.
Well, I love women who can be sexy.
I was gonna say.
Right, you guys can still be sexy.
Well, no, you're saying
no
like
ass.
the physical body, like, for so long as it's understand that we're all cute, that someone's sexy, but to me, entirely, I'm like, if you blow me away with your words and how you really bring it down, I can really fuck how you look.
Right.
Like, I swear to God, that makes me want to get in bed with you. Like, the way that you feel with your words, and not more so materialistic of buying something, but I really do feel that way. Like, personality really gets me.
Yeah, that's a
You
fact.
can look good, you can look whatever. I don't really give a fuck how you look. Obviously, I'm not whatever. Like again, I like to feel good. I feel under my toes. It's a bigger thing than just you're so hot. I want that. And I'm not trying to come at you, but I think society, where we're at in the world, everyone, it's not a problem. It may be a problem, but I'm not saying it's a problem. But I think a lot of people are just led by that. Titties, ass, and penis, and waist, and how good something is. It's Yes, not with you.
Me being a curvy girl, I've been told before I was too thick for somebody. I've been told I had too many titties. She's like, I ain't even got no titties. So it's just, I think it's all depending on the person you're talking to, because a man might look at me and look at you and be like, that's it. But then vice versa, they might look at me and be like, I want a little butt.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends on the person. It's all about your preference. Like,
What? I have a question for you.
My man 6'7".
Do you think
That's
like
it.
I don't like it maybe has a
I like it.
because when you were saying
yes, I do definitely think. No, I 100% think that pretty privilege has a time period. Like, for example, in the 20s, Devin's look was the aesthetic. You wanted a woman who was skinny. You wanted a tall woman.
Yes.
You wanted that short hair, that blonde hair, because that was the aesthetic. By the time the 50s came, you wanted a more, thicker woman, but not necessarily to our perception of thickness. You just wanted someone who had a slight little bit of curve, about the same amount of boob I have, and no stomach.
Yes.
2024, you gonna add and I bet you by 2030,
have a butt.
or maybe 2024, perception that you just I love my woman the way she is, but the beauty perception by the century has definitely changed.
We have one more question. Anybody in the audience? Okay.
I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs in the room, especially female entrepreneurs. Have you guys found that like your pretty privilege has like set you back a little bit, caused people not to take you as seriously?
Yes.
Entrepreneuring?
Yes. Business.
You know what? We have an episode on January 15th. It's called Industry Orgasm.
Industry orgasm.
It is. But we have a lot of people in the industry. But it does. When you're in the industry, I remember one guy told me when I was dealing with him, he's a promoter, right? Everybody knows I'm open, right?
Yeah.
I know I'm open. My relationship status is, he told me you can mess with anybody else, but nobody in the industry.
Why?
Because y'all talk. Industry
True.
talk.
You don't want to date somebody if
True.
like a model doesn't want to date a model. Like that's not the or I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
No,
what about
me dating a promoter? I can't date another promoter.
That's true. Yeah, I feel
Right.
that. Yeah, because it messes with the money. It can mess with the money.
I want to talk about that.
Hey, would you broke cookies with another podcast?
Yes.
When I bump into you, yeah, that's a story to tell on the podcast.
You need no, but you need to bring us all back to your podcast. We talk about it.
No, definitely. Yeah.
So when are you inviting us?
The 13th.
The 13th of February. We're
Okay,
having,
listen.
We should do a live show.
A live show what time?
I think they start at 7 at lounges.
Okay, so we're all gonna go, and after that, we're gonna go to my massage party.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a perfect night.
So I have a party, it's a massage party, so we're gonna go to you. 13th. Yeah. And then we're gonna go
For January.
Let's
I didn't know.
answer your question at your podcast.
Okay. Bet.
We're gonna answer that question at your podcast.
Okay.
So anyways, see, this is the, okay, you guys, thank you for coming and, love Busted Wise, and thank you for everybody that's wearing your pink. So if you guys wanna, sorry guys. Next week, we're talking about red flags, so everybody's red.
Everyone wear red.
But the 13th, we're on Dirty Talk Podcast, we're gonna talk about the industry, right?
Yes.
We're gonna talk about the industry, and then on the 15th,
Go get a massage.
we're gonna have a couple people from Atlanta coming to my podcast. About industry orgasm. Where industry is, it is a dinner party for all.
You already got me.
So we're gonna talk about the industry and who to mess with and who not to mess with in the industry, literally. So, anyways, thank you for tuning in, and we're going. And if you guys are not here, you guys are gonna miss the party.
Oh, yeah.
Yay!